Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a simple question. What if you could take every ounce of your energy, every fleeting thought, and every dream you've ever had and point it in one unstoppable direction? Imagine the force you would become. That force is called focus, and it's more powerful than talent, more powerful than luck, and more powerful than circumstance. A focused mind doesn't just react to the world, it shapes it. It sees opportunity where others see obstacles. It finds solutions where others see problems. And here's the truth. The quality of your life will always be determined by the quality of your focus. Today, we're going to dive deep into what it truly means to harness your attention, to sharpen your clarity, and to ignite a force within you that is unstoppable. You see, when your mind locks in on what truly matters, the distractions fade, the doubts disappear, and your energy multiplies. This isn't theory, it's action. This is the difference between wandering through life and designing it, between hoping for change and creating it. And I promise you this, when you understand and master the power of a focused mind, there is nothing that can hold you back. Clarity is the foundation of a powerful and focused mind. Without it, energy disperses like water through a cracked bucket, no matter how strong your intentions or how driven you are. When you are clear about what you truly want, your mind stops wandering, hesitation disappears, and every thought and action aligns with a single compelling purpose. Most people drift through life reacting to circumstances, buffeted by distractions and overwhelmed by options. They wake up in the morning unsure of what will make the day meaningful and end it exhausted, having accomplished little of real significance. Clarity changes everything. When you know exactly what your goal is, the fog lifts, and suddenly every decision becomes easier. You start saying no to things that do not serve your ultimate purpose, and yes becomes a force that propels you forward with momentum. It is the difference between moving aimlessly and moving with precision. The mind is incredibly powerful when it has a target, but without a target, it is like a bow without an arrow, capable of strength but lacking direction. When your focus is sharpened by clarity, you begin to see opportunities others miss. Challenges no longer paralyze you, they become puzzles you are determined to solve. Clarity allows you to filter out noise, the endless chatter of doubt, the opinions of others, the small anxieties that otherwise hijack your attention. Your energy, once scattered, becomes concentrated. You can engage with tasks at a deeper level, think creatively, and innovate in ways that were impossible when your mind was cluttered. Furthermore, clarity fuels belief. When you know what you are striving for, your confidence grows because every action now has purpose and every step is deliberate. Fear loses its grip because you are guided by certainty instead of hesitation. The journey becomes as intentional as the destination. People with clear goals tend to achieve more not because they have more resources or talent, but because their mental energy is undivided. They act with consistency and resilience, and every setback becomes a lesson rather than a derailment. Clarity also transforms your inner dialogue. Instead of being overwhelmed by possibilities, you develop a singular vision that guides your thoughts, decisions, and emotions. Your mind stops working against you and starts working for you, directing your focus toward measurable progress. It is a state of alignment where purpose meets action and energy meets direction, creating an unstoppable force capable of achieving extraordinary results. Distractions are the silent killers of potential, quietly siphoning energy, fragmenting attention, and preventing us from achieving the extraordinary. In a world overflowing with constant notifications, endless choices, and unrelenting demands on our time, the ability to focus has become not just a skill, but a superpower. A mind that is constantly pulled in multiple directions cannot create, innovate, or achieve at its highest level. Every interruption, no matter how small, chips away at your mental clarity, leaving you fatigued, frustrated, and far from your goals. Learning to eliminate distractions is not about removing everything enjoyable from your life, it is about understanding what truly matters and fiercely protecting your time and attention. It begins with awareness, recognizing the habits, environments, and people that consistently pull you away from your most important work. Once you identify these elements, you take ownership of your focus and make deliberate choices to minimize or eliminate them. This can mean setting boundaries, creating structured routines, or even physically removing yourself from environments that encourage mental clutter. The practice of saying no becomes crucial because every yes to a distraction is a yes away from your purpose. The power of a focused mind lies not only in what you choose to engage with, but also in what you choose to ignore. When you consistently guard your attention, you allow yourself to enter a state of deep concentration, often referred to as flow, where creativity, problem solving, and productivity skyrocket. In this state, your work becomes effortless, yet extraordinarily effective because your energy is undivided and your intentions are clear. Distraction does not just steal your time, it steals your momentum, your confidence, and your belief in your ability to create meaningful outcomes. Eliminating it restores control, empowering you to act with precision and consistency. It also strengthens discipline. Every time you resist a temptation that pulls you off course, you reinforce the habit of mastery over your mind. Over time, the practice of cutting out distractions rewires your brain, enhancing your ability to sustain attention for longer periods and tackle more complex challenges. Ultimately, those who master the art of focus are not necessarily the most talented or the luckiest. They are the ones who have learned to protect their mental space, to concentrate fully on what matters most, and to channel their energy into actions that drive real results. Belief and commitment are the fuel that transforms a focused mind from potential into unstoppable action. Focus alone can direct energy, but without deep conviction, even the clearest intentions can falter under pressure. Belief is more than hope or wishful thinking. It is an unshakable certainty in your ability to achieve what you set out to do. When you truly believe in your goals, your mind stops arguing with itself, fear loses its grip, and hesitation evaporates. Commitment takes that belief a step further. It is the decision to persist relentlessly, regardless of obstacles, setbacks, or criticism. A focused mind paired with unwavering belief becomes a powerhouse because it doesn't just respond to opportunities, it creates them. People often underestimate how much of success is rooted in internal conviction rather than external circumstances. Two individuals may have the same skills, knowledge, and resources, but the one with unyielding belief and commitment will consistently outperform the other. This is because belief shapes perception, and perception drives action. When you believe something is possible, your mind becomes attuned to opportunities and ons rather than problems and limitations. Commitment ensures that this belief translates into consistent effort day after day, even when motivation wanes. Without commitment, belief remains theoretical, a spark that may flare briefly but never ignites the fire needed for transformation. Together, belief and commitment align your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, creating a harmony that magnifies your focus. Obstacles no longer intimidate you, they challenge you to innovate, adapt, and grow stronger. Failure is no longer final, it becomes feedback, a guidepost on the path to mastery. This combination also protects against distraction, because when your mind is anchored in deep conviction, trivial diversions and fleeting temptations lose their power. Every decision is filtered through the lens of your goal, and every action is measured against your commitment to see it through. Moreover, belief and commitment cultivate resilience, the ability to recover quickly from setbacks and maintain momentum when circumstances are tough. They instill a sense of purpose that drives you forward with urgency and clarity. People who master this aspect of focus do not merely dream, they plan, act, and persevere with relentless intensity, transforming challenges into stepping stones. Their energy becomes magnetic, attracting opportunities, resources, and support that might otherwise go unnoticed. Ultimately, the power of a focused mind is exponentially amplified when belief and commitment are fully engaged, because they provide the emotional and psychological scaffolding that sustains effort, sharpens clarity, and channels attention toward meaningful, high-impact action. Focus is the engine that turns thoughts into action, and without action, even the clearest vision remains nothing more than a dream. A focused mind doesn't just think. It executes, it moves, it creates momentum that propels you toward your goals. Too often, people get stuck in overthinking, analyzing endlessly, or waiting for the perfect moment. And in doing so, they surrender their power. True focus takes the energy of your mind and directs it towards specific, purposeful actions that produce tangible results. When your attention is concentrated, you begin to act with intention rather than reaction, making every choice deliberate and every step meaningful. Action fueled by focus is not random activity, it is strategic, persistent, and aligned with your ultimate objective. The difference between those who achieve extraordinary results and those who merely dream lies in this principle. Focused action creates momentum. Each decisive step builds upon the last, and even small, consistent actions compound into massive outcomes over time. A focused mind eliminates hesitation, replacing it with urgency. It recognizes that opportunity waits for no one, and the cost of inaction is far greater than the risk of failure. When you act with unwavering focus, you also develop adaptability, because your energy is concentrated on the goal rather than being scattered across distractions. You are able to assess situations quickly, make informed adjustments, and overcome obstacles without losing momentum. Focused action creates clarity through experience. As you engage deeply with tasks, you gain insights and understanding that cannot be acquired through passive thought alone. Furthermore, the act of doing reinforces belief in yourself and your abilities. Every completed task, every small victory, strengthens your confidence, fuels your motivation, and deepens your commitment. Action amplifies focus, and focus amplifies action, a powerful cycle that drives results faster than intention alone ever could. This is why people who master the ability to focus are not necessarily the most talented or the luckiest, but they are consistently the most effective. Their energy is channeled, their decisions are precise, and their results speak louder than words. The mind, once focused, becomes a catalyst for transformation because it converts ideas into reality, turning abstract dreams into concrete achievements. It doesn't wait for inspiration. It creates it through movement. Action is the bridge between intention and achievement. And when fueled by the power of a focused mind, that bridge becomes unshakable, carrying you steadily toward your highest potential. Mastery of self is the ultimate expression of a focused mind, because true focus begins within. Before you can control your attention, your energy, and your actions, you must first learn to control your own thoughts, emotions, and habits. Most people spend their lives reacting to external circumstances, allowing distractions, impulses, and fleeting emotions to dictate their behavior. They are pulled in every direction, their energy diluted, their potential unrealized. Self-mastery flips this dynamic. It puts you in the driver's seat of your life, giving you the ability to choose where your mind goes, how your energy is spent, and which battles are worth engaging. When you cultivate discipline, awareness, and intentionality, you gain the capacity to focus deeply on what truly matters, while ignoring the noise that derails progress. Mastery of self is not achieved overnight. It is a continuous process of understanding your patterns, identifying weaknesses, and strengthening the mental and emotional muscles that support sustained focus. It requires consistent practice, reflection, and the courage to confront discomfort, because growth never occurs in the zone of ease. A person who has mastered themselves is resilient in the face of adversity. They do not crumble when challenges arise or when external pressures mount, because their sense of control comes from within. Their focus is not dependent on circumstances. It is anchored in deliberate choice, cultivated habits, and a clear understanding of purpose. This inner command also enhances decision-making, because every choice is made from a place of clarity and alignment rather than impulse or fear. Mastery of self amplifies all other aspects of a focused mind. Clarity becomes sharper, belief stronger, and action more precise. It allows you to sustain attention for longer periods, resist temptations that would derail your progress, and engage fully with tasks that demand your energy and creativity. Beyond productivity, self-mastery transforms your inner experience. You gain emotional stability, confidence, and a sense of empowerment that permeates every aspect of life. When you are in control of your mind, you are no longer at the mercy of fleeting moods, external chaos, or limiting beliefs. Instead, you become a creator of your reality, directing energy, thought, and action toward your highest aspirations. The power of a focused mind reaches its fullest expression only when self-mastery is achieved, because it provides the foundation upon which clarity, belief, and purposeful action can flourish, allowing you to operate at peak performance with intention, resilience, and unstoppable momentum.